PDN News Updates. Here is Bradley Bartonico from our PDN Newsroom. This is brought to you by our sponsor, KFC Guam.
Police Chief Stephen Ignacio on Wednesday asked for the public's help in locating a man wanted in connection with multiple violent crimes that now also include the recent shooting of a 14-year-old girl in Maiti. Masemwan Repwak, 31, has an extensive criminal history and needed to be found and apprehended immediately, the police chief said during a press conference at the Guam Police Department headquarters in Tizon. Repwak, also known as AJ or AJ Jane Jr., the police chief also warned those who might harbor or help the fugitive and said they would be held accountable. If Repwak is spotted, Ignacio said not to approach as he is considered armed and dangerous. In other news, Governor Lulian Guerrero on Wednesday vetoed Senator Sabina Perez's bill seeking a mandatory island-wide trash collection system. In her veto message, the governor said she favors an island-wide garbage collection and supports the goals of lowering solid waste collection service rates per subscriber and reduce illegal dumping on Guam, but pointed out that Perez's Bill 165-37 does not fully address the concerns of residents, such as the elderly on fixed income who are unable to add more bill to their monthly budget. The legislature, she said, could have appropriated funding to the Guam Solid Waste Authority to start a financial assistance program immediately to protect those who are unable to meet the mandatory payments. The government of Guam is now moving to sue the federal receiver running the Ordot dump for the alleged faulty design and construction of the system meant to keep hazardous dump runoff from seeping into the Longford River. Attorneys for GovGuam on Monday filed a suit in the District Court of Guam against multiple contractors that federal receiver Gershman, Brickner, and Bryant Incorporated, or GBB, hired to close the dump. Now, government attorneys want to add receiver GBB itself as a defendant in the case. Ending the discharge of contaminated water or leachate from the dump and into the Longford River is a key component of ending the federal receivership. But attorneys for the government are now arguing the design of the capped dump site is flawed and allows stormwater to get in and increase leachate discharge. It could cost GovGuam between $16.9 million and $31.8 million to remediate construction errors based on an independent assessment of the dump system attached to the lawsuit. In other news, banned enoki mushrooms from the Republic of Korea and China were distributed in 38 stores and restaurants on Guam, but the Department of Public Health and Social Services on Wednesday said it hasn't received any reports of local injuries or illnesses linked to possible contaminated enoki mushrooms. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration banned enoki mushrooms from Korea and China because of potential contamination with Listeria monocytogenes, an organism which can cause serious and sometimes fatal infections in young children, frail or elderly people, and others with weakened immune systems. Public Health on Wednesday said Carson Guam Corporation, the identified distributor of the enoki mushrooms manufactured by Mushroom Korea Corporation, has determined that the banned products were distributed and sold to 38 food establishments on Guam. For more on these stories, go to guampdn.com and follow us on social media.